Hello everyone, my name is Saksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pentest Diaries. So today I'll make another video on the same series of Docker and container security, and in this series, in this video itself, I'll try to cover the concept now finally with the blue teamers. So we have covered the concept like how exactly we can make a red teaming lab, how exactly we can perform the assessments on it. Like these are things we'll try to get it covered not with a full-fledged practical section for it, as I'm not making the content only for the red teamers. And even we have checked in our previous video where how can we perform the penetration testing on a Docker itself. Now finally we are coming up with the blue teaming. How exactly the blue teamer, if they have to make something on a Docker itself, how exactly they can do that, and what are the precautions, what are the resources they have to take care of it, what are the resources they can utilize it for as a blue teamer itself. Everything I'll try to get it covered in this video. So first of all, I think 5 sections we just have to talk about only. It's similar like a red teaming, like it looks like similar only as we have to select the host, then we have to deploy that, install the Docker, then we have to pull out one of the image on our base host, then we have to run it, configure, create the network. Everything I'll try to do it similar like a red teaming one which we have built it in case of lecture 6. Now in this, after that itself, we just talk about a couple of things related to the blue teamers. What are the precautions they have to take care of it, and what are the duty which they will have to get it performed at the time when they work like a blue teamer. Blue teamer having a more responsibility as compared to the red teamers, as they have to define it appropriately with proper controls, not wait for the time when they are identifying anything. Like they just have to be proactive itself. Like if they're aware about it, anything get introduced in the market itself, they try all those possibilities so that they are secure, they make their systems more secure. That was ultimate goal of every blue teamers. So going further with that, first we will talk about it, how exactly we can build that blue teaming section. Okay, so the first thing, we just have to identify the host where we wanted that to be get deployed. We have to take care of the CPUs, RAM, storage, everything to be get it appropriate for the host which we are selecting, on which we are deploying the, we are installing the Docker package, and then we are building the Dockers over there on top of it, like making the images to be get deployed over there itself. Then what we have to do, we simply have to install the Docker. That's the second thing which we have did. It's similar like a same steps which we have did for the red teamer, that we have to do it over here itself. Then after that, the different image will try to use it over here itself, as in case of red teamer we are using a snapper one, but in this case we are using a black top. We simply have to use this. Okay, then after that we are creating one of the network, Docker network we are creating it, then we are trying to use it. I'm not giving those appropriate command over here itself, as it's a similar type of command with little bit modification you can utilize it. So I'm just giving a syntax over here itself. You can use it with modified name, container image name and everything. You can use it from your side, and then by that we can run these commands. And over here itself, when you're talking about the container interaction itself, you can do in such a way. Okay, I think everything is clear so far. Now we're going to the actual section where we're talking about the theory portion. This is a practical portion which I have told in a red teaming section also, but in the blue teaming section only the images get changed, rest most of the commands looks like similar only. Okay, going with the customized container itself, like talking about the customized containers as needed by modifying the configuration files, installing additional packages, or building custom images from the Docker files. So whatever the packages we required on a Docker itself, we just customize it as per the package to be get installed on a Docker. Building that customized image can get utilize that. So that is one of the main point which we call it as a customized container. As per our need, we can customize the container and get it utilized as per our need itself. Going further with that, simulate the network environment. That's most important. So set up a simulated network environment using a Docker container to mimic the real world scenarios, including an internal network, DMZ, and the client server architecture itself. So that is also like blue teamer is not having the work just to get it monitor. Also they are trying to make the simulation also, so that they can track those things, like as per that when we're talking about the Dockers to be get utilized, they are just taking care not only with the security point of view only, but the thing is that they try to make the similar type of simulated environment so that they can track data, what are the potential points, what are the loopholes it may be get it identified over there. So these are the things they try to make it, like before implementing anything anything, they try to go in such a way itself just to simulate the similar type of environment which they have in the environment, so that at least going further with their deployment, with any modification itself, they will test it first in a simulated environment, not going directly to the production setup. Like in case of network, it's rarest like you have a similar type of appliances in your test environment. So that was the reason we can create a simulated environment so that we can try to test the similar type of stuff over there itself. Whatever the package, whatever the commands, we'll try to do it over there itself. Everything is working fine, then definitely we will try to get it cloned in a production section also. Deploy security monitoring solution. So that's one of the thing which we are trying to use it as a blue teamer. Like SIEM is one of the basic tool, IPS, firewalls. These are the core appliances which we have to use it just to make our next level security for our Dockers itself. It's not only for the Dockers, even for the environment. We're talking about the application to be get deployed on the servers. We require that. So this is a basic type of monitoring system itself which we like to be get it deploy in case of data centers by the blue teamers, get it monitored using the SIEM, IPS and other n number of appliances, so they can do that. Okay. And just to get it, capture the packages and the basis of the signatures. If anything, any suspicious activity is happening, they can get it very identified very easily. They can get it identified, and by that way they can take action against that activity also. That is, everything is coming under the category of the monitoring solutions. Going further with that, if you're talking about the implement security controls, so the thing is that it will consider it like some firewall intrusion detection rules, like whatever the ACLs we are building over there. So like inbound, outbound traffic, whatever the configuration we require over there, so unwanted port should be blocked. So that type of security controls should be in place, so that at any point of time, if any attacker is trying to get it approach to our images itself or container itself, then at the time it's not at all be possible the person can get it compromised. So we'll try to check, make our containers, our environment should be bit secure, make sure we have to fulfill all the controls should be in place itself, so that we are on a safer side, not on not on a vulnerable end where all the time we are having a risk like anyone can compromise us. Okay. Going further with that, if we're talking about the practice incident response, so this is also one of the things where simulated environment will try to create it and just try to check whether when any such type of attack has happened, like what exactly the reaction from our side, what are the actions we're supposed to take it. That type of preparation they can do it as a blue teamer, they can do it from their side, so that at least in future aspects, if any such type of incident happen in a real world environment, then at that time they are already be prepared enough, they can take whatever action itself. So they have appropriate SOPs in place. If such type of action has happened, what is the next step for it, what is the next step for this action. So they are aware about each and everything. It's just coming with that simulated environment when they're trying practicing such type of stuff, such type of incidents all the time, they are aware about it, how to tackle, like basically how to tackle such type of incident, they are aware about it using this. And the 12th point is the monitor and the analyzing the traffic, which we have already discussed about it, like monitoring the traffic is the main thing which I can say that we have to see the traffic, and when we are seeing a traffic we can see like lot of attacks are conducting over there itself. That is most important at the time of identifying any suspicious activity happening. So that's also one of the major stuff which we have to take care in. If we are talking about a blue teamer, they have to take care about these things, are monitoring and the traffic analysis itself. On the basis of that they will take action. Document and maintain whatever that architecture in case of any modification in the ACLs, any modification in the appliance, any version upgrade, they have to be documented that well, so that in future aspects the people can use it. Like that's a base about it. Like if you are not documented well today, then definitely in future aspects you will face a problem, your organization will face a problem. Now going further with that, these are the security monitoring and analysis tool which we call as have used the security onion, where we have appropriate dashboards where we can monitor it, high notes or potential threats notes, we can try to get it integrated with the security onion, and by that way itself we can able to track the activities on a dashboard. So it's a appropriate dashboard, we can able to get it access on a browser itself, we can get it access, and by that way we can able to see the potential threats. If any attacks is happening, we can able to see the signatures, everything about it. OSEC is also one of the, I can say that, open source security event correlation tool itself, which is a host based intrusion detection system, HIDS. Hardly people are aware about it nowadays, as everyone is aware about the IDS or IPS itself. That was the reason that monitor the system logs, files, registry keys, and processes for suspicious activity. That's also one of the most important thing in case of blue teamer that should be utilized. Okay, so this is also one of the thing a Docker they can utilize it just to check the status in such a way. Now the third one is a Zeek, and formerly known as a Bro. Zeek is a powerful networking traffic analyzer that can use to real-time network security monitoring and forensic analysis. Like, for example, any suspicious activities over there, so you will identify it. But to perform the forensic analysis also, Zeek is one of the tool you can use it, perform the forensics on the top of it, like whether this is a legitimate and what actually the impact of it, everything on the top of it. After identifying this issue, you can do it in such a way using this tool. Going further with that log management, we have two tools, I can say that, a Greylog and ELK stack. We are having these two tools where we are collecting the logs, doing the analysis from your side. That is most important for the log management itself, and which is most important for the organization. When any incident happen, at the time the log is the core thing which everyone is looking for, it just to know the root cause analysis. When we are going for the root cause analysis for it, like that, at the time definitely we required the logs. So by that way itself, we just able to identify what type of action, like what are the actual incident happen, and how much is the impact happen on a server or on a device itself. We can get it identified using a log management only. Digital forensics toolkit and the Sense DFIR is one of the incident response. These are the tools you can use it as a package itself. You can utilize it. Now talking about the Active Directory security, like this is one of the tool which I have used it at the time, like when I'm talking about any ADBS assessment. So as a red teamer, also you can use this tool. As a blue teamer also you can use it. So as a red teamer, I'll give it an idea, like if you can get a control of any system of Windows system itself, which is a part of the domain, then in that case itself you can utilize a bloodhound. Using that, you can see a multiple path with that, whatever the privileges you have it on a base machine where you're trying to get the control, through which what is the path you have to take it and where exactly you can jump to another system, that you can get the whole details using the bloodhound. With the bloodhound from the blue teamer section, you can able to identify all the potential threats. You can identify all those paths which you have to be get it secure. That is one of the thing for the blue teamer. For the red teamer, you can get it identified and going further with that. With the blue teamer, you are identifying that and try to get it secure that. So additional consideration, data persistence, like which we discuss about it, and security monitoring. That's most important, like where we are seeing the health of the health of our appliances, of our Docker image itself. We just try to see like our application also, everything will try to get it covered in this section itself. So these are the consideration point. Now these are the some resources which we can utilize it. Okay, so even the links I'll provide it over here, so you can go through it and just go through and try to get it, understand like what are the potential stuffs you can get it utilize as per your need itself, as per your environment. This is just for the information purpose, this is just for learning purpose. I do not request you to use the same thing, these commands directly on your enterprise environment. Don't try it directly. If you are authorized to do that, if you are aware about it, if you are having already experience in that section, then you can use it. Otherwise, if you are just a beginner and just join your new organization and you're just trying to get attempt such type of commands directly, it will lead to a problem and it may cause like maybe a termination will happen later phase itself if you're trying such type of activity, as you are not an authorized person in that case. So these are the images you can utilize it as, like if I talk about the blue teamers itself, and these are the remembrance point. So ethical uses is one of the core thing which we have to take care of. Realistic scenarios, we try to build the scenarios in such a way which looks like a similar enterprise environment, by which we can able to have a feeling and we can prepare ourselves to like worst situation itself. When actual attack happen, we can simulate and we are able to tackle the situation very well. That is one other thing. And continuous improvement, like whatever the new trends is coming in the market, try to learn it and try to improve it. Take example, if anything new introduced in a market, any tool, any new package is introduced in a market itself, you just try to get it upgraded. Like your data center you built today, and down the line after 15 years also you're not upgrading anything from your side, just same vendor just updating the version signatures. Not like that. You have to use the latest tools, whatever the latest tool can optimize your traffic, and by that way itself even protect well. That is one of the thing you can utilize in later phase itself. Like earlier there is a thing, the people are creating the passwords or AD itself, then we are moving to the multi-factor authentication. Now the passwordless is also one of the things. So like couple of things as per that latest trend, you have to going further with that and then try to opt it in your organization so that you can secure a lot, not with the same thing which you're using it 10 years down the line and using it forever. Don't use it. Okay, that is all about the stuff we just want to get it covered in this video. This is purely be for the blue teamers, where they can utilize these resources on their system itself. Especially a security onion is one of the thing. ISO image or 12 GB is available on internet itself. Even I'll provided the link also, you can get it download directly, and by that way itself get it run on the VM, and then by that you can able to get it integrate multiple appliances with your security onion. If you have any device at your home, you can try to get integrate, see that how you can monitor it, everything you can do it with a dashboard of the security onion. They have a well to do appropriate dashboard in place itself. Okay, so that's all about this stuff. I just want to get it covered in this video. Thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye. If you want to provide your feedback, please provide the feedback in the comment section of this video. Take care. Bye bye.